They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the Chicago Bears. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
27-yard line.
For him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Burrow on play action. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. And that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be stopped up just short of the first down at the Cardinals' 35. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. It's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Able to get away. Oh, fighting off the defender. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On second down, here's Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on fourth and goal.
It's now fourth and goal.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the Bears. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 35-yard line.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That's complete to Mooney. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
On 2nd down, Burrow. And this will be caught by Mooney. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Hey, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1.
Almost nothing.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their 2 drives thus far both led to points, albeit both field goals, so the lead just 6-0, but the ability to move the ball is evident.
Well, that's, heartening, as they say, but it's not what they're about.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
By the Cardinals.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
A pickup of
good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from grabbing the lead. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Cardinals 7, Bears 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe somebody to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now they go play action now. Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 3.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Burrow will throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I'm not sure it made a difference on that play, but one thing to keep in mind, here in the early part of the year during a day game, the sun does play a factor on deep balls.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Chase Edmonds.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 1st downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
It's a gain of
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. A Cardinal first down, Murray to Hopkins. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Murray to air it out again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it's 3rd down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Touchdown.
Chase Edmonds, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man, he finds Kmet. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And now the Bears are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good. It brings him within a point now. It's 14-13.
Makes the score Cardinals 14, Bears 13. Eddie Pinheiro to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the third time. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
At their own 20.
That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. And Conley's got it over the middle. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man has come out, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Switch up, switch up. Hey, check back 34. Mike, 34.
Now Burrow. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This is up and good from Pinheiro. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Kickoff for Chicago.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
First down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
By number 12.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, here's Murray. This one complete to Christian Kirk. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Murray getting this out wide to Hopkins. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Ray Hopkins. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Bears' 16-yard line.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Shotgun now for Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals have retaken the lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are
the Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down. Well, they brought the lead into this third quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring, because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
A gain of 7.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Now Murray. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That last completion is certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd. From the gun, Murray. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals first down as well.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
And this time they were ready for him, as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 50-yard line.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Now Murray off play action. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Right back to him for 10 more and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. They'll try the jet sweep with Kirk. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
And it's 3rd down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Murray. And he is going to be stopped on the return at his own 3-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They're passing here. Joe Burrow eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now it's Burrow. Escaping the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Check safety, check safety.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's bring three. Let's three. 19 tight, 19 tight. Mike 34. Cover. Let's go, hey. Well, Mike 34, Mike 34.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And this will be caught by Mooney. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the 4th quarter. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Darnell Mooney, the target there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Good.
They needed a yard. They got it. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Devon Kennard gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Burrow's pass.
It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Makes it 3rd and 14.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. So the Bears with a football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. 1st down. Here's Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action with Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
Back to throw it. Murray escapes the sack. Khalil Mack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall, and they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they can pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for the Cardinals, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.